to their charge. Amen.
Honorable members, of recent we've had media talking about iron sheets. And I've always said, in my district, I got a call that, iron sheets have been brought. And when they were taken, I said, give it to the schools. Little did I know that the iron sheets were meant for another region. But after thorough analysis and looking at if the iron sheets were meant for Karamoja, not for Bukedea, I have taken a personal decision as a leader that since it was not allocated to my district, but also the iron sheets were given already out, I have decided to buy 500 iron sheets and give it back. I have sent my personal assistant to take back the iron sheets to OPM. I have taken a personal responsibility, but I must also thank the person who thought of Bukedea, though it was maybe a wrong thinking, but I must thank them so much. But because I don't want to be like I grabbed, I have decided to send them back. I want to thank you so much. I don't want to be ashamed to Parliament. And I'm doing this for the House. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, in the course of your communication, I must say, I am one of those that should say I'm the happiest to hear the statement that you have just made. It is a show of deep remorse, and I would say that the rest that are adversely mentioned in the saga of iron sheets meant for the vulnerable communities of Karamoja should follow suit. They should equally show remorse, and not only being remorseful, but pick a leaf from you and even go an extra mile to double. Madam Speaker, I'm reliably informed that you received, without even your knowledge or solicitation, 300. But here you are, you have even bought
500.
Now you have bought double or close to double what you received. 500.
Proper record.
You have actually gone back to the Bible days. Like Zacchaeus, when he got saved, he said, I will pay double. And I would implore and urge those, and they are from the side of my majority, Madam Speaker, to borrow relief and also do likewise. Madam Speaker, besides that, I want to applaud your decision to relocate tomorrow's sitting to Kororo. And it is in your discretionary powers. But it comes with the restrictions, COVID-19 restrictions, which were officially lifted by the ministry, the line Ministry of Health, that there is a stringent requirement for members to be subjected to the PCR test, Madam Speaker, without even giving due consideration to other options like face masking, social distance. And you know, the president sits extremely far from the members. Madam Speaker, I would seek your indulgence to allow members, like there are some members who may arrive tomorrow and may not have sufficient ample time on their hands to go for that test, that maybe we use the other option, employ the other option of social distance, rather than strictly zeroing on the one of PCR test, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Point taken. Honorable members, one thing I want to let you know that the office of the Prime Minister is the one housing a number of these ministries. When you receive something from the office of the Prime Minister, you may think maybe it is from disaster. And you may not know whether it is coming from Karamoja, from Northern, from Tesa, and whichever. And when we receive some of these things, we get it, we think it is in good faith. And our constituencies need them. But because of that, we think, okay, have what belongs to you. Yes, Honorable Remigio Nakut. I'm coming to Independence also. Doctor is also there.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you very much. I think I can only join the leader of the opposition in thanking you for taking a positive decision. And I want to draw a distinction between people who were invited and told there are relief items here, from those who actually manage those relief items, knew where they were intended to benefit and feasted on them. I'm not about to forgive them. Right, Honorable Speaker, regarding going to Kololo tomorrow, I wanted to seek clarification because this thing of the COVID test has been consistent. But I wanted to know, and I'm always willing to take that COVID test because I do not want to be a danger to other people. I want to seek clarification from you on our behalf, whether you have been privy to the President's results so that equally we do not get infected. We need to protect each other, and the President has a duty to protect us.
Honorable Segona, we are going to have everybody tested, including the President himself. And if he will be positive, he will not come. He won't come. But everybody is going to be tested. And of course, we agreed one can attend virtually, like Mama Janet. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank you for being exemplary. The items for Karamoja will need to go to Karamoja. Madam Speaker, yesterday the leader of government business was missing here. Even today, she is missing.
I have seen.
Not representative, I mean her in fresh. So I wanted to find out if she has already been arrested because she took 3,000 iron sheets. Or she is writing a statement at police because even today
He's on procedure.
Even today the main stories in the newspapers is that ministers are going to begin recording statements. I can see Musasi is still here. I don't know if he has finished his. But I want to know, and this is serious, whether the leader of government business has not been arrested. So we report to police that she's here because we have a civic duty. People that police is looking for to report when we have seen them.
I got a communication from Honorable Nabbanja, the Prime Minister, that she's having another engagement and should be sending Honorable Lumumba. So she's not arrested, she's not a thief, she has not done anything. Remigio?
I did not have to mention everybody, especially my immediate supervisor. But when I said those who benefited, the speaker, first of all, was the first to say that for her she did not ask for anything. That's what she said, and I took her by her word. Yesterday when I raised the matter, the Speaker said it was okay. Today she has said she has returned the iron sheet, and I'm very happy. Because it put us in a very awkward position as Parliament. Because you cannot be the one calling people to order when you yourself have a problem. And I think the Speaker maybe had been misadvised. And now I think she has been properly advised that these iron sheets must be returned. And I hope all the others will do so. And I hope that she actually didn't ask. And I will take her by her word. Because the rest of the ministers, especially the supervisors, because other ministers can feign ignorance, but the Prime Minister cannot. The Honorable Kadaga, who sits in that office, cannot. The Honorable Nakadama cannot. All the ministers under the office of the Prime Minister connived, and all of them really need to be behind the bars. The investigation can be on other ministers to establish where did they request, did they know that the iron sheets were for Karamoja. But these ones who sit under the office of Prime Minister Nabbanja and her colleagues, they all must be behind bars by now. Investigation must be about the others. Where they really just called, like Kasaija says, and then we deal with them as people who were found with stolen items. But these ones in the office of Prime Minister are real thieves because they knew that the iron sheets, they have, by the way, the public doesn't know that there is a top management meeting under the office of Prime Minister every Thursday. So what they are going to do a week, they discuss. So the Prime Minister cannot claim ignorance. And so are all the other ministers under her. The return does not absolve anyone of responsibility. The Speaker can only absolve herself because she says she did not ask, she just heard that iron sheets had arrived in her. But the rest of the ministers who have been receiving voucher numbers of them requesting and getting, I think either there is connivance or the Speaker is right that she did not ask. Because I have not seen a voucher number of her going to pick. The rest of the ministers, the voucher numbers are being published. That's what makes her case a bit complicated until investigation is proved otherwise. Koka Parliament, chiringanga bakutwala mu kooti okuvuna n'omusango. Bwenzi okwati bannawuza n'ovayo n'ogukkiriza. Kati mulamuzi tayinzaga nti engeri gye watuuse wano katumala emyaka 2 nga tuwuliriza omusango. In fact, bano bonna abalala bamala biseera. Buli omu yalikiriza omusango ne bazzaayo amabaati obusungu ne bukenderako ne basigaza kiri kibonerezo kya kwa abusing office butawa office kitiibwa. Naye ekyokuzzaayo amabaati eri yali buli omu amabaati yali wadde agazzizaayo by today. Telling the Speaker that the committee's work is going to be overtaken by events. Because you have police investigating, you have the IGG investigating. Because assuming ministers have been made to resign or they are sacked, what would the committee report read like? What would be the recommendation? That's why I was warning Parliament that this report ought to be presented today. If it delays, it's going to be rendered worthless. And I think even the other investigating agencies of government recording statements at police is all wastage of time. These ministers individually should take responsibility, like Kitutu did. You return the iron sheets, apologize to the country, and then we choose which sentence to give you. Either you go to jail or you are sacked as a minister, because some of them should even resign as MPs.
You gave the responsibility to the committee to investigate this matter and report to the House.
I have already ruled on it.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker and colleagues. This matter, Madam Speaker, is a very sad one, but we thank you for your leadership. We thank you for your integrity. We thank you for taking the first step. And I want to inform this House, when this matter came before, Madam Speaker guided me. When we petitioned her, because we were in recess, on the same day, she quickly said, this is abominable. She referred this matter to the Committee of Presidential Affairs. And she has been following it up that we must get to the bottom of it, because how can this be happening? And it could be happening to Bunyora affairs, Luwera affairs, Teso affairs, Northern Uganda. Because how do you explain the fact that even Namuyangu, who controls iron sheets, also got iron sheets for Karamoja? When she has iron sheets, it's very sad.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this.
Thank you. Members, can we go to matters of national importance? Yes, Alex?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker and dear colleagues. I thank you for this opportunity. You know, Shakespeare says that simplicity signifies the magnanimity of a soul, and that if you can share with Her Majesty and you don't lose that common touch, then you are a real big man and big lady. Thank you, Madam Right Honorable Speaker, for that magnanimity. Thank you for that simplicity. Thank you for coming out to show leadership. I pray that all those who received maybe those iron sheets, unintentionally, honestly, it can happen to any one of you and even me. And you come out to say, yes,
Press. Press it. You press.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I do pray most sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I am an elder in this house as well. I think it's very important that this example you have given, you have showed that kind of good leadership, be immediately followed up by other colleagues of ours. We all know that very many of these honorable colleagues of ours are really innocent. Just like it would happen, it can happen to you and to me. But the person who was maybe dishing out, that might have to look for something more convincing to do with, at least me. I want to thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Vero.
Thank you, Right Honorable. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to thank you for your leadership, especially on the matter of iron sheets. In Karamoja, we believe in the justice of restoration. If you steal somebody's cow, you pay it, you refund it. So I would implore on the others who received to refund it. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, we expected the committee that you assigned the job to investigate this matter to be in Karamoja this week. But we learned by Monday that they were unable to travel for logistical reasons. We request you, Right Honorable Speaker, with the
order is on what? Yes?
Right Honorable Speaker, stealing is an ingredient of theft in our criminal law book. The holder of the floor then did suggest that those who did return the iron sheets did steal in her juxtaposition. Is she in order to allege that in returning of the iron sheets, you would have stolen? Because being found in possession of stolen property, you are a thief. Are we proceeding well? Is she in order?
We are actually not proceeding well. First of all, whoever got iron sheets did not steal. They did not even solicit for them. They were given. Just like I said, they were delivered in my district and they just called, there are iron sheets here, what do we do? My response was give to the what? To the schools. And not a private schools, government schools. So you are not in order.
much obliged, Right Honorable
Expand it
Speaker.
from the
I expand that statement. I acknowledge that colleagues, the iron sheets located themselves in people's compounds without their knowledge.
Honorable Nakut, you're spoiling your own case. You're spoiling your own case.
I take your guidance positively.
Because one thing is, and I have always said, all the people who are mentioned did not ask for those iron sheets. Even if I ask, the discretion is yours to either give me or not give me. First of all, you know where those iron sheets are supposed to go. Unless if it is coming from a donation account of yours, not a diversion from where it is meant to be. So you should not push the blame onto other people. My action is because I don't want the name of Parliament to be tainted. That is why I'm doing it. I would have as well said it was given to vulnerable people. My people are equally vulnerable like yours. So what is the difference? They did not take it to Kenya. They took it to Bukedea, to where, which is in Uganda. Actually, after this, I also need them in my constituency.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. On the issue of the committee, Right Honourable Speaker, we seek your indulgence to ensure the committee reaches home. People have been waiting in all our district headquarters since Monday to give their evidences to the committee.
The committee, we have a very good leadership in that committee. The committee will be in the constituency and they will do their work. It's just that they had an interaction with the minister today and technical people. That's why they did not travel. They cannot travel and leave the interaction they had proposed. So they will be there and we will have a report in this house.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Second issue in your communication is about the